Hi and welcome everybody to Nutriforce TV. I'm Dan Collier and this is the Nutrition Revolution, and I'm here to tell you why this system is so effective. Nutriforce is much different than any of the other programs that you'll find as far as weight loss, because we don't just focus on losing weight and considering that being healthy, because just because you have lost weight off your body, you've lost some body fat, does not mean that you are healthy. It just means you have less body fat. Focusing on a particular program that gets body fat off of you just for appearance sake. Well, since the time we were little kids, we have been sold the image of what health is. In other words, if someone was skinny like a model, that meant that they were the perception of beauty and health, when in reality, most models that you see are actually at about 30% body fat because of they starve themselves, the type of eating methodology that they have. They actually have less muscle and more body fat. Although they're thin, the percentage is off, and that's really not healthy. And that happens to a lot of individuals who follow an unhealthy eating plan. So as far as the way Nutriforce works, we focus on actually relearning what people knew for thousands of years to be food. Most people have totally forgotten what food is. They can't distinguish between this being food and a hamburger being food, or some type of processed chips or something that has a label on it that says healthy and then it's completely cooked and processed with chemicals in it. It's totally insane. But since the time we were children, and even in the schools, they began marketing this idea of what food was. And what was the problem with that? Who was marketing it were the companies that were selling unhealthy products to the community, funded the research, they lobbied Congress, they got it into the schools, they got it constantly bombarding us on the television, and they began a propaganda campaign to re-educate everyone on the common sense of what food is in comparison to what food is not. Now we have other companies coming along that claim to be dietary companies to help you lose weight. And these are systematically controlled companies where they know a person will never break the addictive cycle of the way they are eating. So what they do, instead of rearranging the way someone thinks or deprogramming all of the brainwashing that's taken place since we were young, they simply compromise and start coming up with types of foods. They process or create a type of food that is artificial and lacking actually health benefits, minerals, all the things that you need to sustain yourself. And they come up with substitute brownies or substitute cakes, and then portion control size meals with additives like fake sugars in it and things like that, that in the long run, these chemical additives, these fake foods, are not supplying nutrition to our body. Even though we may slim off some fat, now we're substituting fat with chemicals. And these chemicals, instead of you having a heart attack from obesity or coronary arteries being clogged, you can get cancer from the chemicals. Why don't we take a common sense role in our weight loss? Why don't we relearn what food is? Because you ever ate an apple? They taste good. They really taste good, and you can eat them. But the problem is our brain starts switching off all the time. What do I want to eat? I'm hungry. How about some potato chips? No, that's not the route you want to go. How about some potato chips that are labeled light? Oh yeah, that's better. That's healthy. No, that's programming, okay? That is programming from commercials. And literally throughout our lifetime, in the book I wrote covering some of these subjects, people can spend up to 4 entire years of their life, 24 hours a day, watching commercials. By the time you are 69 years old, you may have watched 4 entire years of commercials. What do you think that does to your psyche? Do you think it has any effect? Of course it does, because if it didn't work, advertisers and companies would have went out of business years ago. So we must deprogram deprogram your brain, and that's what Nutriforce is about. It's not just about giving you a list of foods to eat and not eat. It's a system where you go in, you start to record what your goals are. You write down what foods you're eating, and you keep a journal, because all successful people have goals. Everybody who's ever made it, they don't just willy-nilly. When NASA decided to go to the moon, they didn't just grab a couple people off the street and say, hey, put something together for us. They had a plan, they had a specific way of doing it, and that objective was carried out, and they went to the moon specifically where they wanted to go. So with Nutriforce, we not only give you this list of foods, but we help you decide for yourself what your goals are. Then we help to give you a menu of foods that taste really good, that you would go to a restaurant and go, yeah, I would have that wrap, or I would eat that salad, and yeah, wow, a natural salad dressing that tastes awesome instead of this chemical-laden fat dressing to put on something with hardly any calories. Yeah, I'll choose the healthy one. The way this process works is we cover every area that deals with health and weight loss, and systematically allow you to rearrange what you are eating and substitute the healthy stuff for the bad. So it's not just about weight loss, it's about health. Okay, so that's where most of the companies that are trying to get you hooked into losing weight fail. They don't distinguish at all between what is healthy and what is not healthy. Nutriforce is supplying you with recipes, menus, the science behind what is healthy. Getting back to the basics of eating good foods, which causes your body to start to lose weight naturally. And in that process, boost your immune system, strengthen your body, give you power and energy and longevity of life, and help you to fight the sicknesses that not only exist from the environment given of itself, but the pre-created sicknesses that are being engineered by black ops types of groups that are out to shorten your life or cause you to get sick, so you can then have to go to the doctor and then the money starts to get extorted from your bank account to the medical communities for the investors who are behind the whole process, who do not like you. They look at you as a cash cow. They don't like you. They'd rather you be eliminated off the earth. They'd like to reduce the population by 85%, and your sickness will help that happen. But they can keep you alive just long enough to get all of your money, and then poof, sorry, we did all we could, ma'am. We did all we could, sir. There's nothing else we can do. We tried all the modern medical things there is, all the pharmaceutical drugs there are. Nobody tells you to stop eating the stuff that's causing it and start supplying your body with the healthy things that you need to live. That's what we're about at Nutriforce. Your body is going to shed weight, you are going to stay healthy, you're going to lose weight, and you're going to help others. So we encourage you, please join up. Now, the difference between this two is we ask you to join up, not for 5 days, not for 10 days. Don't just buy the system and try it like some workout program that you see on TV where you have to exercise at such an extreme, insane rate and that your body burns off all of this fat. But who can keep up that pace? I have literally been in the fitness business for over 20 years now, and I have seen all kind of workout programs come and go. No one can keep up the pace of these crazy workouts. And sure, yes, you could go on these programs like following something that a bodybuilder goes on. And I have known many fitness people, many bodybuilders who prepare for a show, they diet down, they do all these things, and they have this procedure they follow, which is a high protein, dealing with meats and things like that, high protein diet, cutting out the calories to an extreme, all of this stuff, very heavy duty workouts. What's the first thing they do after the show? They are running to get a piece of cake. They can't wait to eat a piece of pizza. And then what happens? You see them in the off season? Do they look like what they look like for those shows? No. They're actually at about 20% 18 to 20% body fat, which is too much. Why? Because they revert back to the same cycle of eating that probably you are in. There's been no psychological change, and in fact, they have a greater chance of becoming obese later on because of the systematic psychological program that's never been broke. They simply switch up, they follow a program for a short time, they abuse their body in the situation, focusing nothing on health but on appearance, and in the long run, it's not going to work. And in fact, most bodybuilders and the people facing those types of situations, according to Dr. Joel Wallach, end up dying at a younger age. These athletes that sweat out all the mineral salts, don't replace it with the proper nutrition, they actually end up dying at a younger age than the average sedentary person. And that's a scary thought. So there's obviously something seriously wrong with the whole systematic program of it all. So what Nutriforce is going to do, it's going to teach you to supply your body with superfoods with the maximum amount of nutrition to cause you to be a super athlete, to look great, to make your skin look beautiful and young, even at an older age, through nutrition and supplying your body with the things that are very healthy for you, not artificial things that are actually going to cause your demise in the long run. Okay, this is just a short video to let you know what Nutriforce is about. I encourage you to join up. There's nothing else on the market like it. There's nothing else out there that's going to tell you the truth like this is for a weight loss and athletic and health system. What we're here to do is to give you something positive, give you something nutritious, because I care about you and I love people. And that's one of the things, that's what God put me on this earth to do, is to help people and to fight against evil. So if you're in it, join the nutrition revolution. Get with us today, sign up, and become part of Nutriforce's nutrition revolution and fight the evil and promote good. Thank you. Please join up. Feel free to follow our blog and get involved. People would love to talk to you. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.